You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
All right. All right, guys, if you are tuning in, this is Fashion 411, your favorite fashion podcast on iTunes from Black Hollywood Live. And we are so excited because we haven't seen you guys in what, 2 weeks? So we are excited to be back, report on what's been happening in the fashion world, a lot of events going on the past couple weeks. So we got a lot to catch up on, but we have we have a guest host in the studio with us today, our favorite Frenchie, Val Kahl.
The only one. Girls, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks so much for having me back.
Of course. So Val is here in Erica's presence. She's holding the fort down for us. And let's just everyone introduce themselves really quickly before we dive in across the table.
Would you like to go first? It's me, you know, the regular guest. Very regular recently, and I'm super happy to be here, guys. I'm going to talk to you about the show, which means the hot, everything you need to know, the scandal of the week, and just everything you need to talk about for the next few days.
Scandal of the week.
Scandal.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. What's up, everybody? I'm your co-host, Courtney Stewart, always your go-to girl about all the shoes and the love of the fashion, and I'm here always giving you guys the consumer perspective.
All right. And I am Deanna Vaughn. I'm your former New York City fashion girl, but now I'm here for you. I'm here to bring you guys all that fun budget stuff and just tell you what's trending and what's hot in fashion. And let's get started, guys. So, like I said, it's been I feel like it's been a long 2 weeks. You know, lots happening.
Many things happened.
Scandals, certain celebrities
Holidays,
are
the
World
pregnant
Cup.
and World Cup, so many things. But I wanted to talk to you guys about what's trending these days, things that I feel like you need to know about. So, does everybody know what a stan is? Like, have you heard that term, stan, S-T-A-N?
Yes, but I can't say what
but
it
excuse
means.
my French.
Okay, well, stan is like this new term for, it's like super fans of celebs, but it's a term for clothing. And so so you guys, I want to remind you to you can follow us, follow our pictures on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411, and you can also check out the show on the website, Black Hollywood Live, find us Fashion 411. But a stan, okay, this is the whole thing, y'all, and it's kind of crazy. But basically, it's clothing with like these images of celebrities all over them. Now, that might be for some, it might not be for some, because I don't know about wearing a pair of pants with Ryan Gosling printed all over them, but that seems to be the hot new thing. So if you guys are watching, the first stan, it's a pair of Ryan Gosling jeans, and his face is literally all over front and back, and you know everybody knows
Why
that
his face? You know, why not another body part?
He's the hot new thing to talk about right now since
he got his boob
he's off the market now. Well, hopefully he's off the market. But these are stands. The next stand, it's a Biggie Smalls t-shirt, and you can actually find this t-shirt. I believe it's in Forever 21 for a couple dollars and cents. That one isn't so bad as the Ryan Gosling one.
I don't mind the Biggie shirt.
And then our final stand, it's Kanye. It's got Kanye's face all over it.
No.
And this stuff, it's like it's all over the place. It's tops, it's bottoms, it's skirts, it's pants, and it's everywhere. So if you want to kind of commemorate your favorite celebrity, you can take it one step further and you can buy a stand.
I just feel like we've seen that already.
Yeah,
I just feel like
it's
even
been
months
around.
ago, sometimes, you know, you have like the big face of Puff Daddy, you had the big face of
Yeah.
Kanye.
It
Even
is.
Kanye, I just feel like we've seen Kanye on some shirts or something. To me, there is nothing like really original. Like a get a piece or of somebody that you don't expect. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a lot more celebrities than just your usual suspects. So it's Channing Tatum, and it's all these different people.
weird.
That
and
one
it's
you don't
just,
expect him. So
yeah,
that's
so they're
maybe
all
more
over
fun.
the place, and I feel like this is maybe for a younger crowd, but just had to let y'all know that's trending, okay?
Let's try with our faces to see if anyone buys it. Maybe my mom will be.
I don't know. That's
We
just
should do ours would be a great pattern. We would have some colorfulness, and we could make it a cool pattern.
United Nations campaign.
Nice printed.
I know. So I don't know if I could take anybody seriously if I saw them wearing one of these, but oh well. Moving on to what's trending these days. So do you guys remember the movie Clueless?
Of course.
You guys saw Clueless?
Yeah.
And
Who
remember when Cher, she's in her closet and she's got a remote
Yes.
control. She's got this remote control and she's going through her closet and just scrolling through everything. Well, now there's a website. It's called metail.com, and it's just basically the same thing. It's a virtual closet. So you go on, you create your, whole profile. You can get different levels of subscriptions, but it enables you to have your own virtual closet online, just like Cher.
Or you create it.
You can create it. You can create whatever you want. So that Cher's closet kind of comes to life.
But then how do you get the stuff? You order them online and then you buy it, or
well,
you just play online?
You can play online. You can also take pictures of your own closet and do the same thing. Or you know how sometimes instead of window shopping, you shop online and put stuff in a cart. Well, I do that. I put stuff in a cart and I don't buy it. Yeah, wish list. Basically, you can also do that kind of thing. So it's kind of like your own virtual closet online. And finally, what's trending is mirrored sunglasses. So they are everywhere. Again, this is a trend that
it's coming back.
It's coming back. It has its cycles, and I think it looks good on some people. Yeah, but they're not all mirrored aviators.
Yeah, but we mirror aviators. That's what I mean.
I don't like that look personally for me, but I see it on other people, and I happen to love it. But just mirrored sunglasses, just all different colors, oranges and pinks and blues, iridescents, men, women, all different shapes. But that seems to be the big thing that's trending when it comes to accessory eyewear. So, you guys, that's just
how safe is that with the sun? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
as long as you buy quality sunglasses, just
that are actually polarized,
filters,
so
it's not a two-way thing,
But just get a decent brand, so they do the filters for the sun. Because if you buy crap sunglasses, $5, $10, there's no filters, so it's even worse than just staring at the sun.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's kind of back, and I just wanted to make sure you guys needed to know about it. Okay?
I like the aviators a lot with the mirror. I think it's cool.
And you know where I see them around recently? It's in Runyon, Kenya.
Of course.
Everyone runs with these sunglasses. Whether it's gray, super bright, they just have it. Whether they're sweating all over.
And for any of you guys listening, Runyon Canyon, it's this place in Los Angeles where everybody goes to hike, but it's also kind of a scene. You'll see a lot of celebrities and just people getting dressed up just to go hiking. So just give you a point of reference. All right, what's happening in the beauty world, Courtney?
Beauty beat this week. Well, of course, I'm doing beauty beats. So guess what I'm talking about again? Nails! Because there's always something new and different with nails, and I just wanted to sort of bring up holiday nails because it was just the 4th of July here last week, and everybody was posting about their nail art and all the things that you did. And Instagram is the hotspot, guys, as it is with fashion. It is also with nails. Just want to bring up a couple of people that you can check out on Instagram that give really cool ideas for things you can do with your nails.
I love that.
First one is at Polished Electra with a K. She does some awesome nail art, always giving ideas about polishes, how you can go to her website or blog and you can check out where she gets all the little decals and little things that you put on the nails. But the nails are ranging now from the stiletto nail is still in. People are rocking their squared off acrylics and people are rocking their natural squared off nails also. So you have the range of shape, you have range of how far you want to go with your holiday nail. Do you just want to change up the colors? Do you want to add sparkle? Do you want to add patterns? Do you want to paint an entire flag? I personally love nails and do crazy things with nails. I don't know how much I would get into. I didn't get super into the 4th of July, with a flag and all that. I was the red with a little sparkle on it.
Be careful what you're saying, because I have something about
I was going to say, we've got a wonderful example of holiday nails right next to me today.
So wait,
she's going to tell us about her holiday later.
I have a quick question since you are our big nail aficionado, Courtney. What do you feel, how do you feel about those pointy nails?
I'm obsessed with the stiletto nail. I think it's fantastic. I think
how
it's
do you do anything with them?
I think it's one of those. You do. Oh my God, you guys! I can do my contacts with stiletto nails.
You drink like that.
No, you do not. not. No, you do not. I will tell you, I have been a nail aficionado from way back. I'm not going to date myself, but I did rock
us
the
your fingers.
super long acrylic nail. These are my
Really?
natural nails now, but I used to rock the really long acrylic nails in like middle school and high school, like because I
Really?
just thought it was
Were you
the best thing ever.
able to scratch somebody?
I
by
would
just
do
saying
everything.
here?
So you
and I've
could,
worn
like-
contacts since the 7th grade, so I was putting in
So what
contacts
about like
and all of it.
buttoning up your
You
jeans
just have
or
to
a
be,
shirt?
you do it. You learn, you just, it's
Oh my
like if
God.
your own nails grow super long. Like, of course, I can't play piano when I'm doing that, like, because
see?
it's not great.
Okay, so that's a good reason.
See, you can't play
You
the
can't,
piano.
you don't play it as well because your finger slides off. But you're totally able to do whatever
Is
you
it
need
still
to do.
very trendy, the pointy nails?
It is still
Yeah.
kind of in right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing it because I won't do acrylics anymore.
I would love. I always see them whenever I do my nails, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna be tempted, and like, you know, I
try it at least
I feel
once.
like Cruella. You know, like it's.
I think it's sexy.
Really.
I think it's sexy if they're
It's a
done
bit
well.
Too much like I'm gonna eat you.
No, I think it's hot. I like it.
All right.
Oh,
all
Khloe
right.
Kardashian does it really well. She's still wearing stiletto nails right now,
and
and I
that's,
think hers look great.
I do feel like it's an expensive.
It's expensive
It's an
habit.
expensive habit to keep up with
For
because
sure.
you know you have to go back and get them refilled and all
That's
that.
anything
but-
with the fake nails.
Yeah,
like
this is
I
true.
keep it natural these days because number one, it's too expensive, and also I don't like to ruin my nail bed because,
Right.
you know, I know that everybody's like you could get gel nails and all that. I'm like
Those are
"Nah."
just as bad.
I think they're just as bad sometimes. But anyway, you can check out Polished Electra and also
is fun, though.
underscore hottest fashion trends underscore also is on Instagram that shows great nails. And another one is Jenna Gels Nails is great to show you guys different designs and whatnot you can do for your beautiful nails for holiday nail art.
All right. So what's the little style scoop we got?
Style
going?
Scoop. Let's see what we have. A couple things. First up, Miss Nia Long, who we don't often see as spokesperson of anything, which I started thinking about. She's been around for years and she hasn't really booed up with anybody, which sucks because she is gorgeous and been amazing for a long time. But she has now formed a relationship with something surprising, or at least it was surprising to me. White Diamonds Luster Elizabeth Taylor's fragrance. It is a modern and more youthful version of the original and iconic scent, and Nia Long is the new ambassador. She basically said, I personally love the juicy pear and raspberry notes in Luster. It gives a fresh, fruity, and feminine touch. It's available at Macy's nationwide, and all of the Elizabeth Taylor fragrances still give 25% of their royalties to the Elizabeth Taylor's White Diamonds and the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation.
So what's that product about?
It is a perfume. It's
Okay,
perfume.
I thought
It's
you
a
had, like,
newer,
magic tricks on top of it.
more modern version of the White Diamonds iconic fragrance that Elizabeth Taylor had for good, 30 years or something?
That
White
fragrance
Diamonds was around.
smells wonderful.
Yeah, it actually does. And it's really funny because
Yeah.
I always have the image of the old commercials that she used to do when she had the big hair and the diamonds and she's in the white V-neck and Elizabeth Taylor turns around, and it always registered old to me.
Right.
And more mature, but it actually smells really nice. So I'm interested in
It really
smelling
does.
and checking out this White Diamonds Luster, which is supposed to be a more youthful, delicious scent.
I
Okay,
I
I'm
think
going
it's
to
one of
smell
those
it.
underrated fragrances,
Yeah.
and I think it is because now you can find it at JCPenney. You
It's
can find it;
everywhere.
it's everywhere,
Yeah.
and it's affordable. And I think sometimes people think
'Cause it's
just
not
just because it's not
expensive.
expensive, it's not good or doesn't smell great, and it smells wonderful.
Yes. And
I
it's-
didn't know it. I'm dying to smell it. I
You should
love
give it
perfume.
a try,
Yeah.
yes. But so Nia's booed up with them. And in other news this week, Miss Tyra Banks was chatting off about some things, and she was saying some really interesting stuff to the Wall Street Journal. Apparently, she was commissioned to write an article of what she thought about the future of beauty in the world, and she said some interesting things. And I'll just give you guys a few of the things that she said.
Come on, I want to hear it because that sounds very
I'm sorry.
juicy.
Well, as a whole, in general, she believes that, quote, as I look into the future, I see radical changes in both how people attain beauty and how the world perceives beauty. In general, I believe traditional beauty will be less valuable and more uniqueness will be heralded. And she went on to say that she believes there will be no hair extensions, probably because there will be some like hair growth serum that we all just like put on our hair and it grows immediately. She then said everyone will have at least one personal robot/assistant/companion. She believes that plastic surgery will be as easy and as quick as going to the drugstore for Tylenol.
It already
That I'm
is.
sure it
It's
already
getting
is.
there.
It's pretty close. She said
Botox party.
one interesting thing I thought that she said that I liked a lot. She said women's empowerment will be an irrelevant concept because the balance of power between the sexes will have shifted dramatically.
Interesting.
That I believe, too.
That's interesting.
I think that's, I wonder. It made me when I read that, I was like, do we feel like that really is going to happen? Like, could possibly be the case where it's completely
sorry,
irrelevant.
though. It's-
I almost feel like maybe we'll get to a closer even play, but like history says that we've gotten better, but we've never surpassed it to the point that
Not yet,
it's an
though.
irrelevant concept.
Yeah,
So
especially
it's-
when you think about, just the the wide range of, what women are getting paid, and there's
Yeah.
so many other conversations that that applies to. So I don't know if we're going to be there.
I think it's
So.
a very, very far future.
A far
But,
future.
Yeah.
compared to where we are coming from. And look, there are so many different things too. I mean, like first, like Black American president. Like
That's
imagine,
true.
nobody's
That's true.
true.
Nobody
Imagine
imagined
like 100
that.
years
Yeah,
ago.
that's true.
You could have never. I mean, where else in the world? Even Europe, that might be even a little bit more progressive. We don't even have that. We are so far from that. So we never
Interesting.
know.
But that's interesting that you say that too, though, because I mean, obviously, other countries have already embraced women in prime minister positions and higher political positions. America hasn't gotten there yet, but we were able to get over the color hump. So maybe
Barely.
in a way, that's debatable if we actually made it over the hump or whatever. But it's interesting that these two worlds, as they continue to build, maybe those two concepts will come together, and it will actually be.
Things are constantly moving in this society.
Or maybe there won't be men and women at all. Maybe we'll be all some kind of
no,
like
don't go
strange
there.
organisms that we've created in tubes. So that's why it will be irrelevant, because the separations won't even matter, because we'll all be something in the middle.
Wow.
That is so depressing. I don't want to hear that. No. Like creatures, like Avatar and stuff like this. Enough.
Cyborgs.
Yes.
Something.
Michael Jackson's coming back. No, I mean yes, but not like this.
All right, one last one I'm going to throw in just because it made me laugh. And I probably shouldn't have laughed, but
Okay, Shay.
She said advertising for the beauty industry will have shifted. Since beauty will be easily attainable, models will be as relevant as a horse and a buggy.
I agree with that 100, and it's already happening just because of the whole YouTube world. Like, I think that platform has just created
career's,
a whole
like,
different
gone.
space when it comes to beauty and hair. And like, all these kids are like, they're celebrities now, and they've got contracts, and they're working with all these different brands.
don't need models
so you
anymore.
don't need models as much anymore. Look at every single magazine cover. When's the last time you saw a true model on a magazine cover?
I mean, they are.
It's
but
celebrities.
It's getting rare.
It's rare.
more
It's
and
rare.
Yes.
It's celebrities that are,
photoshopped.
they're donning the covers of all these magazines. When back in the day, you had to fight hard to find a celebrity on a Vogue or a Bazaar.
true.
It was like a Naomi or a Christy Turlington, and now it's celebrities.
And that was
So-
a really short time period for because I mean the reality is the whole like onslaught of the power of the model and all of that didn't start until those 60s with Twiggy, and then it kind of
Yep.
peaked in the early 90s, and it's sort of been on a downward.
But I also
turn.
feel like now you're not only a model, even like little girls or young adults, when they want to be a model, they are like TV hosts, they are a spokesperson. They
You gotta do it all.
Yeah, they're branding
Yeah,
themselves.
I think,
Yeah.
they know that they're not only in a box being a model. Now, when you want to be an artist, whether it's a model, whether it's a TV host or an actress, you just have to have like way more different skills. And,
Yeah, it's
like,
not-
build
it's
your
not
brand.
enough
Not
to be
only
a pretty
one.
face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think they're all aware of that.
So I agree with Tyra on that last one.
Go Tyra.
yes, Tyra.
And finally, our last style scoop. So, speaking of fashion and all that kind of fun stuff, so you guys know about Balmain.
Oui.
Very nice line.
J'adore
Well,
Balmain.
they've got this new campaign. Oh, running with the French. All right. This new campaign features a lot of diversity, and I know that that's something that we talk about a lot
I'm
here
in
on
love
Fashion
about it.
411. And yeah, just a ton of diversity. So basically, let me read a quick snippet. So the director of Balmain, he says he's come under a lot of pressure to perform for the brand, but he's also gotten a lot of pressure to be representative of a diverse, community of models, which is great. So, in his latest campaign for the historic fashion company, the 28-year-old designer put diversity on a pedestal and cast 5 ethnically diverse models alongside Cara Delevingne. It's a sharp turn from the last major Balmain campaign featuring Rihanna, but this one packs a more important social punch, showcasing 4 black models, which are Usani Brito, Jordan Dunn, Binks Walton, and Kayla Scott, and 1 Asian model, Issa Lish, alongside Delevingne, depicts the reality of modern cities. Rasting said to Women's Wear Daily, and it elevates the beauty of different ethnicities. So it's nice to see, because we've talked about this a lot on Fashion 411, just diversity on the runways, black models, especially when Fashion Week and all that stuff comes up. And I think we're starting to see more and more, the high fashion and even like your mid-tier stuff, more of them are starting to, feature diversity, and they're just, bringing it home.
Because it's a beautiful ad.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at that.
Even if like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are not, completely part of the fashion world. I mean, they are, but they're not like.
Oh, they are in their minds.
No, I mean, fashion world are using them right now because it's the hot topic. So everyone, it's a win-win situation. I still believe that Kanye being so close to that world, the Fashion Paris Week, even Kim, being married to him, I think it plays something with, the designers and the haute couture opening up. Maybe a tiny bit.
A little bit.
It's still the trend, but I still.
And they obviously have a
that.
relationship with Balmain.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very well.
Like Kim and Kanye are very close to Balmain. That plays a lot. Come on, it's about who you know and who you want to please to.
And aren't they supposedly moving to Paris? And
talked to them last night.
They're moving to New York.
And speaking of a little rumor, I think it's time for a little, how do you say it? Le show?
Le show. Oh my gosh, you created me. She was so bragging about it. She's like, yeah, Val, Le show. That's such a good title for you. And now she plays like, Val, what is your exciting?
How do you say it?
Exactly.
How do you people does that work?
Let's hear it. What do you got for us this week?
All right. Finally, my scandal of the week. Well, first, girls, I know we talked about fashion, but it's not a sports show. I know it, but let me do a little tribute to the Brazilian team and the Brazilian nation.
I know.
Yes, because you know why? It's a sporting tragedy. And you know why? A couple of weeks ago, when I was on this show, we talked about Neymar. Remember, he was the face of the Brazil Vogue cover. I mean, the Brazil Vogue magazine.
Yes.
He was the new favorite, the new, maybe David Beckham. Sometimes we saw in the title. He got hurt. You guys know,
he got injured
against the Germans, and you know what he said yesterday? He almost got paralyzed, waist down.
Yeah, he
2
did.
centimeters, and that was it. 2 centimeters is probably like that.
That much?
Wow.
Okay, that. Not sure about the inch, but just figure it
less
out.
than
It's
2
very,
inches.
very small. So he's really, I just want to send from the BHL, because we talked about him.
You can come in
Send my
anytime.
love and my hugs.
Anytime. Join us.
Anytime you can join us.
And it was a tragedy for Brazil. So, and soccer is still the most fashionable sport. So I just wanted to to tell you guys that this Sunday you need to follow the finale.
Finale of the World Cup.
Argentina against
Germany.
the German.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my little thing. And then-
Really quick, who you guys rooting for?
Argentina.
I said who you rooting for. Yeah.
Argentinians.
Okay.
Argentinians.
All right. Just make
I
sure.
and not because I know
checking.
anything about the sport at all, but the
Germany.
way that Germany
Oh
beat
my gosh, who said
Brazil
Germany
hurt my
makers?
feelings.
I hear a German ghost floating in the studio. No, I'm so sorry for all the Germans listener. Yes, you guys are an amazing team. I mean, you have a phenomenal captain. I have to stop because see, I'm like going to like a sports show now. So like Val, come back to the fashion 411. All right. So the scandal. What is the hot cover magazine this week?
Yes.
ESPN's annual body issue cover is coming out today, and it's been a couple days that everyone talks about it. What is it? For the past 5 years, ESPN magazine has published its body issue part aspirational and part athletic fortitude. What's going on? Prince Fielder, the Texas Ranger baseball player, is posing naked. Yes. Did you hear me? He's posing
Naked.
Hold
Naked.
on.
All kinds
Butt
of naked.
No, that's not. No, wrong picture. If you guys are looking again, Kim is everywhere. Like it's like a, no, Balmain. So listen about Prince Fielder, the Texas Ranger baseball player. He's posing naked, but there's something funny. He's posing like a Greek statue.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Okay, he's chubby. Okay, you can definitely see his belly. I know he's like weighing 275 pounds.
But he stands at
And-
5'11", I believe.
He's a muscular, athletic dude.
He's a husky
you
boy.
Guys, you guys can judge. Or, I'm telling you, the
I love the
polemic.
term
No.
husky.
And so, I mean, come on, when it's about sport, we're used to see like bodies of Adonises all the time. And, so he's explaining, he's defending his physique, explaining that he works out, ensuring that he's in proper shape to perform in his position. And quote from him, "You don't have to look like an Under Armour mannequin to be an athlete. A lot of people probably think I'm not athletic or don't even try to work out or whatever, but I do. Just because you're big doesn't mean you can't be an athlete. And just because you work out doesn't mean you're going to have a 12-pack.
True
Can we have this picture? No. But you guys have to look at it because it's very funny. Like he's covered all
He's got
with
a
all
belly.
tattoo.
Yeah, he's tatted up.
His
all
thighs
over.
are,
But
very
his thighs
chubby.
are hard. I looked really closely at this picture. Just
I was
he's
so
got
scared.
solid.
Really now,
no,
Courtney.
I mean his thighs are like solid. The reason I
You can't be
empathize
flabby and be like an
because
athlete.
the reason I empathize because I'm one of those people that will never have skinny thighs. Like even in my like peak form of shape,
I'm the
I will
same
never
way.
have skinny legs.
Me neither.
So when I looked at it, I was like, he's got a belly because he probably drinks. That's gonna be my guess. But his legs and his arms are good.
You know what?
But he's
I
got
think
a belly.
it all depends of the sport. Like some sport, I mean, look, like if you are a jockey, like a jockey on a horse,
Yes.
you couldn't have the same body
No.
that he
No,
has.
they're
There's no
like
way. I mean, the
50
horse will like
pounds.
kill
Yeah.
himself.
Yes.
You know, like,
They're like,
that's
I
it,
give up.
finished. Yeah, I give up. And baseball, I mean, normally, of course, you're in shape, and I'm sure he works out, but just baseball is not this
It's
kind
not
of
that
sport
move.
where.
He's not a sprinter.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not like a sprinter, a
they
marathon.
can have a little extra.
meat.
I mean,
yeah.
to me, being French, baseball is, oh my gosh, people are going to hate me for that. But in France, and in Europe, baseball is not very popular.
No.
And to us, it's a little bit
Interesting.
lazy compared to any other sports. I didn't want to say
America's
lazy.
game.
Oh my gosh. I'm just
What you
saying
trying to say, Val?
Compared to American football. I mean, look at American football. He could be an American football player.
He could be a football player.
Yeah,
Because they
absolutely, 'cause
have
he's
to be like
stocky.
Stocky, yeah.
like exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, check something very funny because all his picture has been like photoshopped.
Yes.
And on all the Twitters, the Instagram, check it because you see him. People have placed him among boxes of Oreos. Because
Yes.
he's trying to grab something, and
are
he's got
so
his
mean.
bat under an arm. So
Yeah.
that and my favorite one. Oh, another one. He's hailing a cab, but I mean seriously, like naked in New
Naked.
York, and he's got kind of like a goofy face. It's kind of like a blooper, or like a spoof,
Yes.
this picture. And my favorite, it's him like spinning the wheel of fortune. So it's just hilarious, guys. I don't know what you think of that. You can also see the butt of Venus Williams.
Yeah, she's a
Michael
Nike.
The
Fields,
butt
the
of
swimmer.
Venus Williams.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
her-
like stunning.
I've
so
seen those
stunning.
pictures, and it's
very long
gorgeous.
hair with
Yes.
extension. I mean, fantastic. She's
She
like a
looks
goddess.
great.
Yes, so that's how it's come down. Next to that, oh my gosh, this is such a busy week. We had the Fashion Week in Paris, and the
Yes.
hottest, astonishing moments of this Fashion Week in Paris, besides Kim's décolleté,
Which
by
we will
Valentino,
talk about
I'm not talking about
Yes.
it at all. The pajamas and the squirrel style. Yeah, what is she talking about? Guys, check the Fashion Weeks, and pajamas and squirrels are everywhere. This is a real like warning situation. It's like we have to do an intervention. Anyway, so we had two teams, okay? The team of Chanel for the runway on the front line, Jared Leto, Nina Dobrev, Lily Collins, and Kristen Stewart. On the other side, for another team, for the Dior show, you had Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Watson, and of course the it couple, Charlize Theron and Sean Penn.
Yes.
Stomp. I just want her to stomp.
So for you to
Love
know,
her.
Kristen Stewart, as you guys know, she's been the face and the ambassador of Chanel since May, all right? So Karl Lagerfeld is doing all the photo campaigns, all the
Yeah.
photo shoots. But that time, if you check, she was wearing a very strange white Aladdin resort type of pants. Very, puffy with like a small tank mini bra. So to me, it wasn't very chic at all. I don't know if you guys saw it.
She looked a mess.
But
I
yeah.
almost always think she looks a mess.
Especially for Chanel, like her hair were,
She
were
did her hair
orange,
weird,
but that's
yeah.
because she's filming the movie American Ultra. So she had like a short hair. That's for the movie. But like the Aladdin type, resort type of pants were very weird. Do you guys think she represents like the
Anything?
brand of Chanel?
I don't understand Kristen Stewart. I never have and I never will. And that's where I
Do
stand
you
on
do
that.
get Chanel what
I-
he sees in her?
No.
I don't get what they see. The only thing I can think of that they thought that she'd be a good choice is yes, she speaks to a different generation because of her popularity, you know, with her movies and all that. So maybe that's the connection they were trying to make, is let's expose Chanel to this younger audience.
You make a point because
You know?
Chanel. Do you remember the previous faces that were the ambassador was the ambassador of Chanel?
Well,
All
Keira
right, guys.
Knightley
Keira Knightley
was
did
Keira
it for a long
Knightley.
time.
Who else? Someone
what's her
very
name?
American, all blonde,
Blake?
stylish.
Did Blake do
yes, yes, Blake Lively.
Well, she's great. She's got a great
Blake was amazing.
style.
Blake was amazing.
Does she
That I
really
understand.
style herself?
Well,
Really?
she claims that she
Really?
does.
I really want to
No,
know. I really
but-
want to know.
And Diane Kruger.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Diane
So
Kruger.
those girls were the face of Channel. So the other little scandal, you know, it's not a huge one, but come on, Jared Leto, we see him. He's dressed as a pony, according
Looking like Jesus.
to Madame Figaro,
I love
the
him.
famous French fashion and women issue of Le Figaro magazine. All right, he's used, you know, to turn heads, having like weird style. He was one of the guys wearing spandex and leggings all over Instagrams a couple months ago. So yes, Jared, you're used to surprise us, but come on, like pony style. So what was it? It's a white T-shirt inside out. So far, so good. A denim shirt on top of it. So far, so good. All right, I'm coming. And he was wearing a woman's skinny tweed pants from the women's collection of Chanel. Hold on.
I think the
With a
Dallas
beige
Buyers Club
fringe.
character is
Yes.
still in him.
Yes. And you know what?
just
Stuck
like
in some
that.
cowboy boots, but in the back you see some like pony hair, kind of like beige fringes. That was very weird with like long hair and the beard. I always feel like he's coming out of like a sect or something. Or
So the question is, who's paying him to do this?
I think he's got his own. But you know what? Something very positive. Like at the end of the week, he posed with Sophia Loren,
Loren.
and he was all stylish and black, and that's pretty good for his marketing and
Lovely.
image. The other surprise of the Fashion Week in Paris was Kendall Jenner. She led the show in her first appearance on Chanel's Haute
Chanel's
Couture runway, and she rocked at it. She was all dressed for the feathery look. So, you know, like she's doing a great job.
She's really stepping up her.
She got the
She
style,
is.
the shape, the height to be a model, and I think she's doing a great job. At
I
that.
think she is too, but I do wonder if she weren't a Kardashian, would she be doing this?
Of course, I'm not gonna say
not.
anything.
Come on
Of
now.
course not.
I do agree. She's doing her thing in fashion. You know, she's working these runways, but it's like
But it's like everything, guys. You're
Yeah.
out there in the media, so you jump
have
on
an
this opportunity to do
opportunity.
something.
Nepotism.
I mean, how many people start like to create like boxes of chocolate just because they were, you know,
I get
stupid
it.
things.
I get it. Trust me, I
Oh,
get
she's
it.
like,
you know.
okay, go, move forward. We all get it. So
get it.
it was a no faux pas. Also, faux pas means like a mistake. So no faux pas for Kim, because you showed us the picture of Balmain. So Kim and Kendall were wearing Balmain for
Yes,
the Vogue
they
Night
did.
Gala, and Kim rocked it. And normally, I really say that seriously. Whenever
I rarely do.
I really do because she always have like too big décolleté. It's just too much.
Too
yeah,
big.
too big, and too tall. Exactly.
big.
So that time,
I love it.
I'm talking about, I'm not talking about her boobs, they're fabulous. I'm just talking about the shape of the dress. So that time, guys, Balmain, I love the style. It's like, listen to that. It's like a leopard skirt,
Yes.
all right? Long,
Yep.
below the
Pencil
knee,
skirt, yeah.
a leather
Pencil skirt.
green belt, a green leather belt. And she's like, yeah, I know,
I
I've seen
saw
it,
it.
I've seen it, I know, but the audience didn't, maybe not. And she had like a striped military shirt, but all black and golden. And she looked very, very
She looked
good.
good. And
Yeah,
had this
she looked
parted
good.
hair and it was pulled back and the dark,
Yes.
heavy makeup.
She looked great.
She looked
She
chic.
nailed it.
Yes.
She did look good.
Félicitations, Kim. And then the little surprise, you know, like at the Fashion Week, there is always Karl Lagerfeld,
Yes.
known for his extravagance way of creating the runway every time. Like he's used to ornate Le Grand Palais. Le Grand Palais is the famous monument where a lot of runways in Paris take place. He used to ornate it, Le Grand Palais, to create the ruins of an ancient theater, a sandy beach, and even a jumbo jet. So the theme of this week, he really downsized it. All right, the theme of this week was Le Corbusier goes to Versailles. Le Corbusier is a worldwide known French architect
Right.
and goes to Versailles. So you can definitely imagine. I saw it. I loved it. You had like gold frame mirror, very Marie Antoinette, and the double C of Chanel a little bit everywhere. So it was like little baroque meets, I guess Versailles meets Le
Versailles
Corbusier.
meets-
They nailed it. I'm trying to find something. So, so congratulations to Carl too. He really surprised us.
He did.
And so that was for the week. And so this weekend, besides the game, there is something. I know I'm very excited to talk to you about that.
What is
It's
it?
big in New York, it's big in New Orleans, and it's big in LA, and I'm sure everywhere where you guys listen to us, there is a little place where people celebrate Bastille Day.
Yes.
It's definitely big in LA. Like this weekend, everyone talks about Bastille. So I'm just gonna give you a couple hints, so you're not like, hey, I'm coming for Bastille Day. So is it like a crepes day, or is it
Like, what do you do?
What do you do? Do I have to lay down on my back? No. What is Bastille Day? So girls, remember, if you go to some of these parties at Bastille Day to meet some cute Frenchies, just recently invading LA or New York.
Frenchies.
Exactly. Just very quick. Bastille Day is the Revolution Day, 1789. All right, just the freedom, liberté, égalité, fraternité. It's our Independence Day. So what's going on in LA? You can start. Yes, I have to
look
because
at
we're
the
in LA.
list.
No. I'm just gonna give you a couple hints. In LA, you can go at the Kenneth Hahn State Recreational Area. I don't even know where it is. but
Culver
the French-
City.
Oh, perfect. We got a fan
There you
here.
go.
But the French consulate is throwing a pétanque tournament. You know pétanque?
Ah,
You throw
yes.
balls.
Oh, yeah.
And all in south of France, we love it. And you have a little glass of wine, and you talk about your
Very
wife, or you back talk about your
fun.
boyfriend. Exactly. If you want, of course, all the French restaurants in LA and New York, they are doing some live entertainment, some amazing menu, blah 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 blah. You can go to Little Door and Monsieur Marcel. They have a coq au vin. They have like different fun stuff. And to have a glass of, to have like some fun and some drink, you can go to the Sofitel Riviera 31. It's just next to the Beverly Center, and it's rocking over there. They have cabanas. It's outside. It's very very cool. My favorite thing for the 4th of July, July 14th, are the macaroons. You guys know the macaroons. It's the French pastries. Only in France you find the real macaroons. Here it is so hard to
It's
find.
hard.
So there is a French guy. It's called Napoleon's Macaroons. It's in Glendale. You can go online, and he creates gluten-free real macaroons, blue, white, red, and all
wow.
flavors. So you can definitely, get that if you do a little party at your place. And what to wear? Because I know I keep talking about food and blah blah. Oh my gosh, I'm so starving now. What to wear? You should wear a little Saint Laurent. Of course.
If you
it's
have
Saint Laurent
some.
Day. Hold
So-
on. You can start to find like Saint Laurent. Then in the middle, if you don't have any Saint Laurent or steal it to your mother or something, you can go to the APC store in Melrose. Very effortless, chic, je ne sais quoi French vibe. And or you can do like me. That was my topic, the nail art. All right, normally there is a picture. No one is putting pictures anymore.
We just have to look at our
All right,
face.
so you guys are never gonna see it, but it's the French flag. I can't believe
They
there's no
look
picture.
great.
They look great. You have
It's
to
the
hold them
French
out.
flag, and you get a little anchor and little nautical striped, like white and blue.
Yeah.
They look
so
great.
this is really, and I kept them short, square and short, because you don't want to do too much. And every time I'm drinking a glass of wine, I just put the hand like in the face of people. Did you see my nails? Did you see it? It's for the French Bastille Day. All right, and I got a lot of compliments. And if you're in LA, guys, you can go Melrose on Pampered Hands. They do
I
an
was gonna
amazing.
say, where'd you get 'em?
Yeah, Pampered Hands in LA. They do an amazing job, and they're just great at that. So Bastille Day, woo!
All right.
Celebrate.
It's time for a little hot mess.
Hot,
our
hot
favorite
mess.
segment of the
Ooh.
day. So let's go.
Yeah, we
Who
kind
got?
of already started talking about Miss Kim Kardashian. She was obviously in Paris for Couture Fashion Week, and she showed up at Valentino
décolleté
with that
I'm talking about.
plunging V-neck Valentino pastel blue dress. And this picture of those booba Jews were everywhere. Okay? Everywhere.
Kim and the girls.
Kim and the girls, and she was recently interviewed, I believe, by Lucky Magazine with her sisters, and the comment question was about, her sexy style and how it seems to be even more sexy, and she basically said, I want to be a MILF, so I'm going to put them out there because I got them, and it's going to be that way, babe. So there you have it.
Do we have choice at all?
Do we have a choice at all? I don't think so, guys. What do you think? Is it hot or
it's Kim.
is it a
There's nothing
mess?
new. But
It's
the
Kim.
dress is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dress is gorgeous. I'm not crazy about the color
It's a
with the skin
beautiful
tone.
dress.
It's a gorgeous dress, but I just feel like she's she's hit or miss, and I think she's trying to get her stride where she's always hit,
Yeah.
That's what it is
Completely.
with her.
Because the ball man was a hit.
Oh,
hit,
yes.
hit,
That
hit.
was
And
gorgeous.
then I saw this and I was like, it's a pretty dress, but I don't know. It takes away some of the ethereal like sweetness and beauty of the dress because it's too much breast, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
I think she's part of this celebrity that choose and chose to do a very aggressive publicity, whatever
Yeah,
they do.
of course.
Whether, you know, it's with a dress, every time they appear somewhere, they have to like...
to be
Oh,
extra.
of course.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
it's
Well,
another
apparently
décolleté.
she's also laughing at all of us because she made like $300 million or something insane with her new app that you can
Wow.
download.
The new
It's
app?
it's an app, like a game that you can download to your phone or something.
That's
with
where
her
the
girls.
that's where the money is.
Yes.
Is these, I don't have to tell you that, Courtney, but that is where the money is. These
if you
apps.
can get one that catches on, it only takes one, guys. But she's making it all the way to the bank. Next up, hotness continues with Miss Jennifer Lopez, guys. She was also at Paris Fashion Week and she was rocking this Versace pant dress. I
that's
don't know if you
those are
can
pants?
tell,
Oh.
but one leg is a pant leg and the
Half
other
gown,
leg
half
is a
pants.
dress. And from behind, she looked amazing. I almost gave just the picture from behind, but then it didn't show that it was actually pants and a dress. But yeah, it's white.
It's
you know,
Versace, let's leave Versace.
Yep, and it's the gold detail on the hip, and it was an interesting idea. Is it hot or not?
I'm not crazy about, you know, like style. It's like that are split. Like
Yes.
one half on the left, you only see me that way. I'm like a guy, and all the other way. Hello, look at me. I'm all like sexy and glamorous. I get confused. I think it's like trying too much, trying to find like the
Trying too
sophistication.
hard
and
to
in
be, like,
fashion,
different
exactly.
and
in
cool.
fashion, to me, it doesn't work.
I think she looks fantastic. I think she is just striking that pose, and she's like, "What? Like, you can't tell me nothing." And I wish I could have seen it from the back, like you
Yeah.
said, because I can imagine it
The
probably
back
looked
looks amazing.
amazing.
Like, it's tailored like amazing.
It looks like
across
it
the back.
fits
Yes.
her. It looks like it
course.
fits her beautifully, and I'm not surprised to see something like this on her because she's known for that
Yeah.
Lopez dress, and
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff like that, like just asymmetric and open stuff. I think she looks great.
I think she's beautiful. She never isn't beautiful.
Yeah,
I
that's
think the
true.
dress
Yeah.
and the pant thing is weird, but whatever.
Exactly.
My biggest complaint, actually, you can't see it that well, but those shoes look like some prom shoes I wore
Oh,
and
I can't see
like
the
formals
shoes. Okay.
that I
With
wore
the
in like
straps
like
in
from
the
like
back?
1998 or something. Like they just look very dated, and I thought that was strange.
Maybe
But
borrow it from
she was
Donatella.
beautiful. She might have been in her closet like, hey girl, I'm gonna wear these. All right. Also this week, the World Cup obviously was still going on, and Rihanna took in a game, and she has gone back to something she had done previously, and that is wearing her nightgown out in public. And this time she wore a long pink nightgown with Converse sneakers as she went to the World Cup game. Is this fashionably hot or a hot mess?
Hello, Grandma.
This is-
Grandma is hot though.
Do you guys remember that this was a really big trend? I want to say back in like the early 2000s, the
Yes,
whole slip
everything
dress.
was a slip nightgown.
Yeah, it was a slip nightgown, but it was mostly like the camisole.
Yes,
short,
and she's
exactly,
worn the
camisole.
shorter one. She also was seen out in a red shorter one over
like the
the
short
4th of
ones.
July holiday weekend. But yeah.
And she looks like she is channeling Blanche Devereaux on the street. I'm sorry. I just,
Yeah,
it looks
it's
too
an,
obvious like it's a nightgown.
And the pink on her. I mean, the pale pink. There is something, very grannies.
Yeah.
Girl, bye.
Uh-huh.
Hot mess.
Bye, Felicia.
Next up, we have Miss Halle Berry, who has been out and about a lot right now because she is promoting her new show, Extant. If those of you didn't see it, it came on, I believe, Monday or Tuesday night
missed
on
it.
CBS. I watched it,
How
and
is it?
I'm not that into Halle Berry as an actor, but I was attached. I was
Really?
like, oh my God, I want to, what?
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm into it. So I'm like ready for next week. So so far so
Nice.
good. But
Okay.
she has been rocking this very sort of simple, modern, almost shapeless look for almost all of her appearances with very muted colors. This is off-white, like loose-fitting dress. She had matching pumps. It was very monochromatic, and that's sort of been her thing for most of her appearances. I think she
Do we
wore
think it
one
means anything?
I mean,
Pregnancy, perhaps?
Again, I mean, she just had the baby 9 months ago.
Well, you never know.
She did wear a more form-fitting dress to, I believe it was Jimmy Fallon the other night. But
did.
everything
Yeah, she
else
did.
I've seen of her doing this promo tour, it's been these very loose, sort of, not exactly hemmed, sort of like loose fringed looking.
But I'm also thinking on the set of Jimmy Fallon, we see her doing little flips.
Yes.
remember?
Yeah.
She was
So
flipping
maybe
around.
she's like, okay, I need to get loose in case days. I do a couple of flips on
Yeah.
a different set. I don't know. Maybe she wants to be flexible this month.
I love me some Halle Berry, but I don't think we've ever really looked to her when it comes to fashion. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, like, yeah, we'll see her on red carpets and stuff like that, but I don't think we've ever, been checking for her.
No, not to be
yet.
like,
Yeah.
what is she wearing?
Yeah,
Like, It's like
exactly.
you always look pretty. She always looks nice, but
At least she doesn't make any mistake or any faux pas.
for the most part. But it's
So
usually
far.
kind of boring. So are you
Boring.
bored?
Next.
I happen to know her stylist.
Are you bored?
But yeah, it's a little boring. But we love you, Hallie.
A little boring.
Okay.
Sorry, Hallie. All right. And last but not least, the other huge event over the holiday weekend was the Essence Music Festival that was in New Orleans, and it was crazy. And I was actually sad that I wasn't there, but Marsha Ambrosius was there, guys. And she was trying to rock Hallie's like loose fitting, weird hymns, loose outfit. And I don't know what she was doing in this orange
my God.
high-low number. She looks like she's also put on a little more weight because she had lost a lot of weight when she did her last album, and now she got another album, and I don't know what's happening, and she's got these booties on. It's orange.
She's
It's
missing
a
her pants. That's
what
what's happening.
is this?
And also, it's the kind of dress that you wear only when you. I mean, even
Never.
you know what? Never. Even when
Never.
you gain weight,
Never.
But you can tell that she's trying to hide something.
You know what it is? Is when you do the high-low thing, it needs to be in the right proportion, and this is not in the right
She looks
proportion.
like she made that
looks-
herself right before the event.
It just looks like, oops, I cut too much.
What do I see?
It's
Is
a
it
booty
black
girl.
Socks?
It's
Okay.
a booty with
I don't
some
know what-
socks. It's weird.
she's missing her pants. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, not only her
Not
pants,
good.
she's missing
Great,
a lot
great
of
color
things.
for her.
Great
but I don't
color,
know what's happening.
but a hot mess, Marsha. But your singing is fabulous, girl. It
is.
You
You
need
know,
a
it looks
stylist.
like the towel on the beach that you like you remember when you were a kid, you had this towel like strapped around your neck, and you look like, and my mom would give that to me. She's like, oh yeah, go walk naked because no one sees you, and you have like this
Oh, that's
towel around
so
your
funny.
neck, and you can move. It's like an outfit towel.
Marsha, she said you're wearing a towel, girl. That ain't a dress, it's a towel. You need to change it
My
up.
childhood.
All right. Well, in conclusion, this week we have a lady in Style Watch who is making some major moves. Miss Keke Palmer, who we talked about briefly a few months ago because she was in the TLC biopic, and she started to sex it up a little bit. But now, guys, she has her own talk show every day on BET,
Wow.
and she has she's going to be on Fashion Police. Her movie Trip to Bountiful that was on Lifetime is nominated for an Emmy, so we're going to see her on the Emmy
wow.
red carpet. She's 20 years old. She is sophisticated but youthful and chic, and I'm fascinated to see what she's going to do continually fashion-wise, because she's speaking to another demographic that's young but still grown, because she
Yeah.
looks real grown
I
and
know.
mature but still youthful and
It's
fresh.
like we've watched her grow up,
We
over
have,
the years.
yeah.
And now she's becoming this young woman, and she's got a lot going on. So
A
she is
lot
definitely
going on.
one to watch.
We're going to
Wow.
be seeing her.
Did you see her?
Yes, we
pelvis dress.
We posted her dress from the BET Awards on BHL Fashion 411 on Instagram, so check that out. It was a little bit risque, but what she did say on E! Last night actually is that the dress, even though we thought we were seeing that pelvic bone like Miss Kendall or Kendall Jenner was wearing, we weren't actually seeing her skin. It was mesh and it was painted because she was like, I wanted the illusion of the sexy, but I'm not trying to put it out like that. So I was like, get it, girl.
Smart.
She
Very
keeps
good
that
advice.
sophisticatedness and keeps her classiness all up in there.
Pretty
So,
good move.
Well,
tried.
all right. So that's been another Fashion 411 Friday. We are so glad to be back and glad that you guys tuned in. Don't forget to download our show for 100% free. Who doesn't love free stuff on iTunes? Keep the comments coming, you guys, because this show is all for you. And we'll see you next week. Where can we find everybody?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stuart Starlet, and don't forget at BHL Fashion 411 on Instagram.
Where can we find you?
And you can find me on Twitter at Bastille Day, on Facebook, Val Kahl, Val Kahl, VALKAHL.
And you can find me, Deanna Vaughn, on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me, Deanna V. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll see you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.